Hello again from my front porch. I'm here in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. I'm out here for a quick little trip for work. I'd actually thought about going to one of my favorite haunts here in the D.C. area. There's multiple of them, the historical landmark places, and then saying, okay, well, here let's do one of the front porch episodes from that, because I did one from the Lincoln Memorial a few years back, and that was a lot of fun doing one from Abraham Lincoln's front porch, from the front steps, the Lincoln Memorial, and yeah, so I thought about doing that, but then my plans kind of changed when I landed in D.C. and my phone kind of blew up a little bit from various people informing me of a really sad thing that had happened back home. You are all very familiar with my good friend Steve Roberts. He's been on the front porch here many times, and he and I we struck up quite a friendship from the early days when I would just pop in at the Pi 5 up in Ankeny, Iowa to get a cauliflower crust pizza and all those things. That was fun. It was good food, and he's a great guy, and yeah, we just hit it off. We started our, or his wife says, we start off our bromance. But tragedy, unfortunately, has struck Steve and his family today. They had sold the Pi 5 franchise there in Ankeny 2-3 years ago, and struck out with their own place in Redfield, Iowa, the Dexfield Diner and Pub. Again, we've talked about that many times. We've been there several times. They even had a pizza named after me on the menu. And you'll notice I'm talking past tense. It's possible the Dexfield Diner and Pub will rise again, but it's going to have to be a phoenix rising from the ashes, because sadly today their whole facility was destroyed by fire. And it was so very tragic, so very sad. Nobody's hurt, nobody's injured, and thankfully, ironically, Steve had the place closed down today for a cleaning day. In fact, one of the last glimpses that we all got of the inside of his place there, of the Dexfield Diner and Pub, was Steve doing one of his humorous videos that he loves to do. Pizza Steve doing one of his videos about him cleaning, and he was mopping away to the song "Happy," and yeah, that was it was fun to see, but now it's very bittersweet, very poignant, because we now know that it's the last video, the last images of the interior of that place. But towards the end of that video.
Okay, that's all you get. I'm wore out, but you guys all have a good day. Make the best of it. Sometimes it's, let's get real, sometimes and things ain't what they should be, but somehow you got to turn them around. So you guys all have a great day. I'm going to keep cleaning. Get out and enjoy the weather, and we'll see you guys all Tuesday for Taco Tuesday.
Sometimes you just have to choose to be happy, because sometimes situations are, and he used a word that I won't use, not in this context here, but that they are crappy. We'll say that. That's about as edgy as I'll get for the front porch here, and you just don't have control over that. That just happens, and what you can do though is you can choose to be happy. You can choose to figure out what you're going to do about it. How do you move on from that? And that's Steve's attitude. That's one of the things that he and I really I feel like we've bonded over, is we both have a very positive attitude, even in the face of less than positive circumstance. We are optimists in the sense that we choose to be positive. We choose to be upbeat, even when circumstances conspire against logically being in that frame of mind. And I can't even imagine what he and his family are going through. Thankfully, they had been living in part of the building as well up until recently, not all that long ago. They actually acquired a house and had moved into that. And then his wife had just launched her own little boutique shop in the portion that they had been living in. They had video game arcade on the other side. No idea what the condition of that stuff is or what's going on there. But from the videos that I've seen, the fire was pointing out the top, and the top is a two-story building. The building clearly, it looks like it's a total loss. There was no way that I was going to be going down to the monument place and be all, hey, hello, front porch. Just my heart is so heavy for Steve and Kristy Joe and their family, their employees, their community, because I tell you, Steve is a massive cheerleader for the town of Redfield, and he has visions for being a draw, bringing people in, of being a destination spot to bring people there. And I know that this is gonna unfortunately set back a lot of those dreams, set back a lot of those plans. But and I haven't talked to him yet about, and I mean, he's got plenty of other things to be dealing with other than just hanging on the phone with me. But I'm hopeful that this is a Phoenix opportunity for him, that he and his family will find a way to recreate, find a way to rebuild, find a way to rise from those ashes and reestablish something really, really solid and really good there. That they were doing great stuff and they can continue to do great stuff. But, at the moment, right now, man, Steve, Kristy, all of you, there just are no words. And I mean, people joke that I'm never speechless, that I always have something to say. Not in a situation like this. I mean, there are all kinds of trite little things. Well, at least everybody is safe, and that is true. I'm glad everybody is safe. You can always replace things, and that is true. You can't always replace things. But what they had built there was not just a restaurant and a boutique and an arcade. This was their life. This was what they had chosen to invest, not just their money, but every ounce of themselves into. And to then see it literally go up in flames. I can't even imagine. So, if you know Steve, if you know Kristy, Joe, if you know any of their kids or the workers, be supportive, please. Be reaching out to them. And I don't know what the future holds. I don't know what will transpire now and what direction they will go, but I can guarantee you that I will still be in Steve's corner. I'll still have him and Kristy's back, and I hope that you all will too. Even if you had not made it over to the Dexfield Diner and Pub. If you're in the central Iowa area, shame on you. You should have gone because it was incredible. But be watching, be waiting, be supportive. Go to their Facebook page and like it so you can keep up with updates of what's going on. Because that's just this one thing I will say. And this is not a cliche. This is not trite. This is from what I know of Steve Roberts. This is going to be a massive gut check. This is going to be a hard pill to swallow, and any other cliches you can come up with. But what I know about Steve Roberts is this is not going to keep him down. He will recover. He will do something. What that is, I don't know. Will it be in Redfield? I don't know. Where life now takes him from this, him and his wife and his family, obviously, no idea. And he probably doesn't even know right now either yet. But there will be something. Steve Roberts, you can't keep that guy down. You just can't. But this is something that I know would knock the wind out of my sails for a little while. And so right now, the best, in my opinion, that we could all do is to simply be supportive. We all have gone through tragedies of one kind or another, not exactly like this one perhaps, but we all know what it feels like to put your all out there and then have it just get destroyed. Just wind up a pile of ash. And I'm not trying to be trite about this. We know what that feeling of absolute loss feels like. We've all been there in one way or another. Well, that's where the Roberts family is right now. And Steve, Kristy, Joe, all of you, I just want you to know that my heart is heavy for you. I'm praying for you. Obviously I'm not in Iowa right now, but when I'm back, let's be in touch. Let me know what I can do to help, as I'm sure so many others are going to see this and see the other posts and things on Facebook, the news reports of the fire and all that, are going to turn out and help you as well. This is the time where Steve Roberts gets to be George Bailey, where we all get to turn out and help him. We all get to turn out and show our support for him because he has done so much for everybody else. That's all I got for you. With that, I'll see y'all next time from my front porch.